It's a great honor for me to join you today as the special guest of honor at the opening of the Ghana Agrotech Fair 2026. Let me begin by commending the Ministry of Trade, Industry and Agribusiness, the Ghana Export-Import Bank and all partner institutions for organizing this important national platform for showcasing agricultural technology and agribusiness. Events such as this do more than just showcase machinery and technology. They connect ideas to enterprise, research to industry, and innovation to investment. In doing so, they help to transform agriculture from a sector of survival to a sector of opportunity, productivity, and national prosperity. Ladies and gentlemen, this Agrotech Fair comes at an important moment in Ghana's development journey. Across Africa, agriculture has often been discussed only in terms of subsistence farming and vulnerability. And yet, if properly structured, agriculture is one of the most powerful engines of economic transformation. Agriculture is not merely about cultivation. Agriculture is also about productivity. It is about value addition. It is about industrial development. It is about jobs and exports. And increasingly, agriculture is about technology and innovation. This fair reminds us that the future of agriculture lies not simply in expanding acreage, but in modernizing the entire agricultural value chain from the farm to the factory, from production to processing, from logistics, packaging, and global marketing. One of the most powerful messages emerging from this fair is the importance of local technology. No nation can transform its agricultural economy while indefinitely depending on imported machinery, processing lines, and technological systems at every stage of production. And so if Ghana is serious about agricultural transformation, we must deliberately build the capacity to design, to fabricate, adapt, maintain, and scale agricultural technologies locally. Supporting Ghanaian manufacturers of agricultural machinery and agro-processing equipment is not simply industrial policy choice. It is a strategic economic necessity. Because when we support local agri-tech manufacturing, we're strengthening Ghana's industrial base, we're creating skilled employment for young people, and we're reducing import dependence. We're also retaining greater value within our national economy. And importantly, it makes us position Ghana not only as a consumer of agricultural technology, but as a producer and exporter of it across the African continent. This fair aligns closely with the priorities of my government's Feed Ghana program and the broader Agriculture for Economic Transformation agenda. These initiatives are built on a very clear conviction. Agriculture must no longer be treated solely as a subsistence sector, but as a strategic pillar of national economic growth, industrial expansion, and export development. Our agenda focuses on strengthening agricultural value chains, expanding agro-processing capacity, reducing post-harvest losses, improving market access, increasing farmer productivity and incomes, and positioning Ghanaian agribusiness to be able to compete globally. Programs such as Modernizing Agriculture in Ghana, MAG, and the Ghana Agricultural Sector Investment Program, the GASIP, represent deliberate investments in agricultural productivity, rural enterprise development, and value chain integration. The technology, the tools, machinery, and solutions that are being showcased at this fair represents precisely the innovations that are needed to translate these policy commitments into real results for farmers and agribusiness. And I'm pleased to announce that I'm going to cut the sod or break the ground for the first Farmers Service Center this Friday at the Afram Plains. Government intends to build 50 of these centers nationwide in the main agricultural producing areas. The first phase will cover 11 centers, and I'm breaking ground for the first one on Friday at the Afram Plains. Farmers will be required to register with their local Farmers Service Center, and they would get mechanization support in terms of tractors, plowing, harrowing, transporting fertilizers, and shellers for processing their grains, and many other support. They will even be giving training at these agricultural centers. There will be extension officers who will give them advice on their production. The future of agriculture must also respond to the realities of climate change, population growth, and global competition. And this means that we have to invest in technologies that improve productivity sustainably, reduce post-harvest losses, expand irrigation and water efficiency, strengthen climate-smart farming, and improve traceability and standards for exports. Food security and export growth are not competing objectives. A productive, technology-driven agricultural sector can feed our people, supply our industries, and generate precious foreign exchange for our economy. If Ghana is to succeed in this transformation, every stakeholder must play his part. To our farmers, you are not the last link in the development chain. You are its very foundation. To our entrepreneurs and manufacturers, continue to build and scale solutions made in Ghana for Africa. To our young people, agriculture is not a sector of the past, it is one of the frontiers of our future. Today's agricultural sector needs engineers, software developers, data scientists, agronomists, logistics specialists, fabricators, and innovators. Agriculture today is digital, technological, and entrepreneurial. And to our financial institutions and investors, agrotech must move from an admired concept to a bankable, scalable industry. And to our universities and research institutions, your research must move from the laboratory to the field, from prototypes to production, and from knowledge to enterprise. I was pleased to meet scientists from the Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, CSIR, who have made a breakthrough in wheat production in Ghana. And the first demonstration farms that they have been able to plant produced between 4 to 5 tons of wheat per hectare. This will help us in import substitution because Ghana imports almost $400 million worth of wheat every year. Ladies and gentlemen, our broader national vision is clear. We seek a Ghanaian economy that is more productive, more diversified, and more resilient. We seek an industrialization agenda that is rooted not in consumption, but in production and innovation. We seek a Ghana that adds value to what it grows, processes what it produces, exports more of what it makes, creates dignified jobs for its people, and consumes what it produces. Modern agriculture lies at the heart of this vision, not as a narrow social sector, but as an engine of industrial transformation. Not agriculture isolated from the markets, but agriculture that is fully integrated into global value chains. And not agriculture that is left behind in the digital age, but agriculture that is powered by technology and innovation. So, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, fairs such as this maiden Agrotech exhibition play a vital role in national development. They connect institutions that might otherwise work in isolation. They bring visibility to talent and enterprise. And they transform ideas into tools, businesses, jobs, and growth. As we open the Ghana Agri-Tech Fair 2026, let us do so with the confidence in Ghana's ingenuity and Ghanaian enterprise. Let us support our farmers, our fabricators, our processors, our innovators, and our exporters. Let us strengthen the partnership between government and business, science and industry, finance and production. And let us, last of all, commit ourselves to building a modern, competitive, innovative, and proudly Ghanaian agricultural economy. And so, with these words, it is now my honor and privilege to declare open the Ghana Agri-Tech Fair 2026. I thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Oh, okay. Yeah.